Hi everyone, happy new episode day. Before we get into the next installment of the never-ending arc, we wanted to mention a few things. First, I, Ashley, have joined forces with our friends over at Full Metal RPG as a host. My first episode, which includes a review of the system we use, which is Tiny Frontiers, dropped a few days ago. Check out Full Metal RPG on your favorite podcatcher app. Next, a big Komodo Crew thank you to our newest patron, Jason. We appreciate the support from the bottom of our hearts. Speaking of our hearts, they're hurting along with much of the Truck families at the passing of Aaron Eisenberg. All of our love goes out to his wife, his family, and the people whose lives he touched. He will definitely be greatly missed.
Alright, so, does anyone...
Nope, we don't. Nope, sure don't.
Yeah, no idea.
I remember a little bit.
It was so long ago.
I do remember some, it's true.
Yeah. So basically, it was that dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Zelda dungeon.
Yep.
And we didn't use the glue until the end.
I used the glue at the very beginning.
Well...
I mean, you had a very creative use for the glue.
I sure did. Mm-hmm.
We found a person, right?
Yes.
Did they have a name?
That's what I was trying to remember, if we named them or not.
I mean, we probably named them,
I'm
right?
pretty sure you did, but I did not write it down.
No,
Neither
I
did
was at your
I.
house, so I didn't write it down.
Well, I'll come up with a new name.
Yeah, I'll just edit it in.
There you go.
Just edit in like, Danny, say the name, Fargel. And then every time we're like, oh, you know, and then there's just Danny, Fargel.
Exactly. That's what I will do. And then they will be very confused until they listen to the start of this episode, and then they'll be like, ah, yes, I see.
We'll say that this person's... Look, I did a random name generator, and it came up with the name Rim, so we're going to use it.
Yes.
Oh.
That's excellent. Rim.
No one's sad about that.
Just first click, Rim.
Rim.
Yes.
We're going with that.
Rim, Maru.
This whole segment is now called the Rim Job, because that's where we got him from.
You picked him up on the outer rim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. He was a rim job.
Jesus.
So you took him back to the ship, right?
Yeah, we took him and our newfound trinkets back
Yes.
to the ship.
Does everyone remember what your trinkets are?
I don't remember all the trinkets, I don't think. But wasn't there like an obelisk or something that had a translation?
It was basically a Rosetta Stone translating
Yeah.
Breen, this old language that nobody had a translation for, that's used in all these artifacts on the Outer Rim. Yeah, it's sort of like a Rosetta Stone, right?
There's a tiara, and I put it on locks, and it hurt her head. There were shoes. There were silverware.
There was a like virtual reality
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing.
There was definitely a dildo.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the dildo.
I'll take that. Yeah.
No,
Oh, you have that. You have it like
Now, wasn't it like a bottle of solvent or something?
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, it was so, there was
You tell us.
the holographic cube that projected a holographic environment of a very serene environment.
Right.
That's for Penny. It will help her read her crystals and align her chakras. Anytime you use that, Penny will say you get an extra, will give you advantage. So if you otherwise are rolling 2 dice, you would roll 3. If you're already rolling 3 dice, you wouldn't roll anymore. Because I don't believe your third eye, or like, that doesn't allow you to roll advantage, does it? I have the character sheet open here, actually.
I do too. I get to test advantage with meditative, so testing to gain information about your surroundings or find things which may be hidden.
Okay, so I'm going to have to figure that out, how that's going to affect, because you already have advantage.
Mm-hmm. You get super advantage. An A+ advantage.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. Because maybe we'll just say you roll 4 dice.
Cool.
But it's self-regenerating, but we'll say you can only use it once per session.
Okay.
So it'll take time to regenerate, and that time conveniently is between sessions.
Conveniently, yes.
Yes.
That is so convenient.
Yes. It is.
Loxus has a long cylindrical tube of lube, basically. It makes you very slippery, Loxus.
I know what to do with that.
You have advantage on getting out of any sort of grapples with that. If you smear it all over yourself before you go into a fight, yeah. You'll be able to get out of grapples easier. The tiara goes to Shakel.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did put it on at the end of last time.
Yeah, and it didn't give you a headache, so.
Yeah.
It burned me.
So it we'll say again once a session you can use this tiara to basically do your brain ball already has 3d6. We'll say it'll give you advantage on your psionic trait. So once per session, you can have advantage on your psionic trait.
Okay.
So any of that telekinetic or, flame, verbal message, that sort of stuff. You normally roll 2d6. You can have 3d6 on that once per session.
Almost never use it, but yeah, could happen.
Posa. What did we give you? What else was there? Silver was nothing.
Shoes. There was some like goggles, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the goggles.
The goggles are right. The goggles will help you. Oh, let's see. I had this written down, and I don't have my notes in front of me. Let me look at your character card and see if I can figure out what I had in mind.
See through people's clothing.
My X-ray goggles.
Give them up. Oh, never mind.
They helped me with the hologram cube, like, see better, like, interdimensionally or whatever.
That just happened to be.
Okay.
That was just, you were just trying to use two things on each other in an adventure game, and,
okay.
there was some color text there.
Okay.
I would say it'll help with your eidetic memory.
Okay.
So once per day with your eidetic memory, if you're able to, normally you already have you succeed on a blank or a plus. We'll just say once per session, you succeed basically automatically.
Okay.
She's down.
Yeah, maybe it like when you wear them while you're reading, it like stores the text or something.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I like it.
And then, no, that's everyone, right? Got everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So narratively, the reason that we know these things, I guess we beamed back on the ship and did some tests on the items, I assume.
Yeah, nobody has identify magical items, so.
Yeah, so we plugged them into the ship's computers and, we did a little Wesley Crusher with the game in sickbay and figured out what they did.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody had to science my lube.
Make the disc go into the cup.
No, you figured that one out right away.
Yeah.
I know what to do with lube. Got it.
As far as you can tell, Loxus, that there's enough, a little of this lube goes a really, really long way.
Oh, yeah, super lube.
So you
Super
almost basically
lube.
have an indefinite amount of it because a dab will do ya. Yeah.
A little dab will
Just
do
a
ya.
little bit. I could see this turning into a party.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be party queen of the ship with all that lube.
Fuck yeah, let's get some space coke!
So, I remember you brought Rim to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, I don't want to take complete, credit for doing that, but maybe.
I think Rim said in the last episode that their ship was coming for him in like 3 days or something.
Yep. They were just sort of hanging out and waiting for their ship to come pick them up. And, so we'll say you beam back up to the ship. You've got, basically, I don't know, for lack of a better word, a prisoner. Not really. I guessed.
They agreed to come on the ship with us.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Well, translate that stone. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Penny, linguistics officer.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I think that should be done. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
The stone is basically self-translating because you already know Breen. So, I mean, you run it through the scanner once, and it's like, okay, I got it.
Yep.
And then it will apply it to, anything with that runic language that you may have.
Sweet.
So what's the stone say?
The stone? What stone?
The Rosetta Stone.
Oh, the Rosetta Stone. It talks, I'm sorry. You actually want to know what's on the stone, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the stone talks about, I don't have, box text written down, but basically the stone talks about 5 planets of people who intermingled rarely, but did intermingle occasionally. And, it describes a seafaring people, a studious, invention-minded people who live on a volcano planet, a, fierce warrior people. Oh,
we know those people.
Yeah, so you remember the slideshow?
Yeah.
It basically kind of talks about all of these people. You saw there's the people doing the farmers, people of agriculture.
We're seen it, done it.
This is the more boring version. This is before they had PowerPoints.
Oh, and that PowerPoint was good. Hard to beat that one.
Lord Governor Drexel is very pleased with this PowerPoint. I will have you know, he worked all night on that because you're the first visitors he's ever had from outside the galaxy. He was so excited. He
Had to be perfect.
He put his everything into that. And he was working off of limited resources. He only had so much clip art to go with, so.
He was pretty proud of that.
But it talks about how largely the people did not get along very well, but would occasionally meet at that site to
have sex.
Probably. To re-sign peace accords and to try to learn about each other better. And, maybe some of that's, the Brogannons are probably think that the way to do that is fucking, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. I'm with them.
Hence the lube.
Yeah.
Hence the lube.
Yep. And that every noble, I guess, house of stature brought gifts, and they are interned in this site of peace. Those shoes were probably really nice at one point, but they're bad now. The silverware was still nice, but, not after Penny got done with it.
It was useful.
There's some nice pieces left if you kept them. You're not a full set, but...
Mm-hmm. I mean, who has, honestly, a real whole set of silverware? That's just not realistic.
That's true.
Grandmothers.
They're scientific finds. They're, what's it called?
Archaeological
finds, thank you. We're still a ship of explorers, regardless of our personal personalities.
It's true. Believe it or not, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the Rosetta Stone basically says. And...
Can we date it? Do we know how long ago it was created?
Probably actually can. Now let me figure out what that date actually is. Hold on.
When you said, can we date it reminded me of Stardew Valley, where, like, you can... is this someone you can date or no? Like, relationship, yes or no?
Yeah.
You can never date that wizard, much to my chagrin.
Yeah.
Can't date that little dwarf guy in the mine either,
Or
unfortunately.
Hat Mouse.
Dwarf guy.
Hat Mouse.
Aw, I love
damn
Hat Mouse. Yeah, I remember Scott when he was just like, oh, hey, this is a multiplayer game. I can, like, jump in and play with you. And I'm like, my wife's going to be really mad about that. So, I don't know how my wife's going to feel about my boyfriend joining
Who did
the
you
game.
marry?
I haven't played in a while. Oh, God. Was it Leah? The one that's
The
down...
artist?
Yeah, Leah. Okay.
Yeah.
I married Leah. She's very sweet.
I'm trying to marry that blue-haired chick, Emily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want a crystal
Hippie.
garden in my backyard.
Yep. I married Shane, of course, but,
well,
you know,
Yeah.
Which
I've
one's Shane?
married both Shane and Emily.
the alcoholic. The alcoholic who's mean to you.
He was my first.
Wait, so Deanna, you married both Shane and Emily? I always marry Sebastian
Yeah.
every time. I can't help myself.
I've tried. He's harder than the rest of them, though.
Yeah, because he never leaves his fucking room, and he likes to DM and play board games and computer games, and I love him.
I dated Harvey for a while, but he's so goddamn boring, I couldn't do it.
So we'll say about 1,500 years. So in
Okay.
the scheme of things, not exceptionally long, right? I mean, 1,500 years is long. I mean, for Earth, that's pretty long, actually, right? But
Meh.
not like aeons. Wait, how long's an aeon?
That's such a good question. I have no idea.
1,000 years.
A long.
Okay, so about an aeon and a half.
1.5 aeons.
I made that up, by the way. I have no idea. I can look it up if you
Yeah,
want.
I was like, that's a lie.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now. A billion years, so definitely not an aeon.
Jesus Christ.
That's
We're
a
way
very
off.
long time. So yeah,
That's too long.
Okay, so I mean, this is long enough that the religion doesn't talk about it, I assume. I mean, these people didn't know this language, and they didn't
Right.
know, they don't know about this place.
No. Yeah.
You know, so long enough that was all forgotten.
Yeah, travel to the Outer Ring is forbidden by the Madrilathian, like, council of leaders or whatever. You know, Lord Governor Draxel's a part of that.
But why?
And that's the council that directly speaks to the Nelketh.
Right.
So,
What are they hiding?
It doesn't seem particularly damning. I mean, there's no reason to really hide this, like, get-together, except for,
They don't really do it anymore.
right, they don't really get together any longer.
Yeah.
Why does the Nelketh not want them to get together?
Yeah.
The truth is out there.
I want to believe.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That's Doctor Who. I started singing the X-Files theme song. I'm like, wait, no, that was Doctor Who. Sorry.
I'll just drop that here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, thanks. Like the real
Can you
one.
drop
that-
both of them, please?
Which one, Doctor Who or X-Files? One of each?
so
Dr. Files.
I'd even be willing to entertain the notion of a black hole passing over the area or some cosmic anomaly.
So, well, should we ask? Should we ask Rim what if that means anything to them? Like, if knowing that information, you know, is like, oh,
Rattling
Sure,
in any way?
Yeah.
I do that.
you do that. So
Hey, Rim.
Rim's been put up in. There's a lot of, you know, the hood isn't fully staffed, so you do have a lot of unused quarters. More than just, you know, every starship has quarters set aside for dignitaries.
I know all the unused quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
They're not unused. They're just not currently occupied.
Unoccupied. Don't go in that one. That's been used.
Riker might have 2 quarters, but Loxus has like 50.
The rest, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's set up in quarters. There's a guard outside, just to make sure, right? They haven't locked his quarters door, but if he goes anywhere, this guard escorts him. Like, he can go to 13 Forward for a Sunday if he wants, right?
fudge.
But he is currently his quarters, so you go to his, or I guess their quarters, and talk to Rim. Is it just you, Shakel, or is anyone else join you?
I'll bring the gang. Gang?
Yeah, I'll go.
You want us all to come? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm down.
We love an adventure.
Absolutely.
We've all, like, been a part of the investigation, so,
Yeah.
you know, any good McLaughlin group would include all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, make the friends of DeSoto so happy. So, yeah, you go speak to Rim. The guard lets you in, no problem. Rim is hanging out. We'll say they actually do have an ice cream sundae from the replicator, and they're just eating it, staring out the window, staring out at the galaxy. I mean, the stars and everything.
I make everybody an ice cream sundae. From the replicator, obviously.
Yeah, right. They turn around and you come in, and they're like, oh, I'm glad that you're here. I've been waiting to speak to you about what is to come.
Wonderful. Boop, 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 boop.
We have the findings of the translation, and we wanted to show them to you to see if it meant anything, you know, more to you than what we can glean from the surface value. And I hand him a pad that has the translation on it.
He's like, oh yeah, I know that thing by heart. Thank you. He looks at your translation and he says, yeah, looks like you got it right.
So were already familiar with the language?
Yes.
I see. I figured this was an important find, but not for you.
Well, and he kind of looks at all of you. He kind of gives you the shifty eye look.
That Rim look.
Yeah, as you may remember, when you first met Rim, he gave you all the shifty eyes and wouldn't look anyone right in the eye. And you were all convinced he was lying to you because he wouldn't make eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So he's kind of doing that again. Well, they say, I think I can trust all of you. When was the last time you spoke to anyone on the Madrilathian Council?
Oh, I don't know how many days ago it was.
Like 5.
I checked my watch. It's like been, 3 days, 4 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Not very long.
Yeah, not too long ago we spoke with, what was his name again, Susie?
Lord Governor Drexel.
Yeah, we spoke with Lord Governor Drexel on the such and such homeworld. What was, I have it on here.
Oh, yeah. The
Gontharian homeworld.
How could we forget?
And, you know, he's the one who's requested that we get involved, but we don't have any kind of, you know, loyalties here. We're just trying to understand the truth.
It was Lord Governor Drexel, right, who gave you the PowerPoint?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, who was the guy you originally met?
Oh, that was Gremular.
Yes.
Gremular, good memory. Okay.
That is a good memory, damn.
Little Yoda.
Well, I do the editing, so
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
I've heard it more than you guys. Probably.
Well, can I ask you who sent you to our aid? Who was it? Why are you here? Was there someone who sent you here?
Initially, a Madrilathian in a blue robe. His name was Gremular. He was on Deep Space 3 when we were there, and he petitioned the station commander.
It's about this tall, and his eyes are like this, and his nose is like this.
I mean, you basically described every Madrilathi I've seen so far. Yeah.
He kind of goes, ugh.
But I mean, yeah, you know, I just have a hollow picture of him, and I'm like, show him
Okay.
Gremular, this guy.
Yes, okay.
He said he petitioned us for help against the pirates. I mean, I guess they've been terrorizing you, from what he told us. So he asked the station commander for our help. Chomp, chomp.
Please leave that in.
Yes. No,
Did you guys hear my Cheeto crunch?
Yup.
Oh,
yeah,
I muted
girl.
my microphone. I was hoping you wouldn't hear that.
No, you didn't.
Can you hear me now still?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? I'm literally like microphone mute and it's okay. Sorry.
Yep, that's not working.
I've been like chomping this whole time, but
Oh yeah, we know. We know.
That's canon. That's canon. We're sitting there eating popcorn while he's talking.
Yes.
I'm in character.
Penny has nuts on her Sunday.
Yeah.
So Rim's like, okay, yes, that asset's name is not Gramular, but instead Velibor. And he has done what we sent him to do. And now that I know that you're here because of him, I feel that I can trust you even more.
Fuck.
Do you want to explain that a smidge?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
So we have many assets throughout the solar system.
Loxus literally goes over and replicates some popcorn.
Oh, this just got good.
Because I've obviously finished my ice cream, like...
Down in one.
Yeah.
Yep. Just open up your mouth and just let it fall in. I believe you met another one of our assets. Obviously, you wouldn't be here without meeting them. Did you happen to come across a pyramid full of adhesive?
Pull out pyramid full of adhesive? This one?
So you have, in fact, met Trachis Alast.
Fucking Trachis.
Yeah, we destroyed him in combat. Well, Blocks did.
Yes.
I was like, we?
Yeah, not me. I mean, I helped with the cheering and the whatnot.
I was your coach. Does that mean nothing to you?
Sure you guys did. You guys are amazing support staff.
I got you hot dogs, bitch.
I pull out my fucking shirt and be like, hello.
Lacus. Lacus Agag?
Lucas.
Isn't that it? Lacus?
Yes.
Lucas.
Something like that?
It's Lucas Aga or something.
Aga.
Yes, that's it. Aga. Yep. So Rim's like, he steeples his fingers and he puts them on his chin and he's like, yes, all right. So, dramatic pause, I guess.
I was like, dang, did we lose you again?
Yeah, I was like, should I grab Cheetos or no?
Cute.
There are people on the 5 planets that are aware of the True Council's purpose. Not many of them, but we do have agents and assets across the system, and you've been led to me because of them. I work directly with Captain Jackie, and in 3 days' time, the captain will be here, and I would love for you to talk with her and learn more.
We would love to do that.
Why the fuck are you so sneaky about this? What is happening?
Oh, if the Nelcathian leadership knew about her existence, the whole rebellion would be over.
Are you one of the true believers?
I mean, in the sense that I believe the truth, yes.
Well, I mean, we met another individual after Trachis gave us this pyramid of glue, I guess, that said they were a member of a group called the True Believers who are searching for the truth. So are you a part of that group, or are they just a group that, like, they would be sympathetic to your cause if they knew more about it?
These are people these are people who do not have all of the information. They are people who have either discovered some of the information on their own, or have been spoon-fed information by our assets to see if they would make good future agents.
I see.
So many of them come to the truth on their own, but it's sort of I guess a larval stage for the actual resistance.
Interesting way to put it. So do you want to give us the lowdown? What are you resisting? What kind of a situation are you in with the Nelketh and the central government?
So my clearance is not very high. I can tell you that sometime about 1,000 years ago, sometime between 1,000 and 500 years ago, nobody's sure, there were no Nelcaths. And this you probably already know from the Magilathian Council telling you that there was a great disturbance, an outside force came in, our people were scattered, they did not get along, we were not able to fight or push back this enemy, and that the Nelcath came in and saved us from, the threat.
The Nelcath was the threat.
Nelcath, yes.
Is the threat not named because their name is Nelcath?
You got it. Got it in one.
Do a little nose tap. Got it.
He points at Loxus and he points at you and taps his nose. Yep. Yes. The Nelcath are the true enemies, and they have lured people into a sense of complacency for a reason that we are still ascertaining. We have amazing technology, but we are not able to use this amazing technology to get close to the system's center. Once you talk with Captain Jackie, and if she trusts and sees you fit to aid, we may ask to enlist your help.
Oh, she'll see fit.
Well, we have our own authorities to report back to, so we'll do what we can as a humanitarian aid for you, but we do have a prime directive and a leadership of our own to consult.
Well, I hope they're on the side of good and not evil. And he turns around and he looks back at the stars, and picks up eating his sundae again.
I mean, we have ice cream sundaes; those are good, not evil. So
yeah, evil people don't eat ice cream sundaes, and they wouldn't give one to someone.
They do. I'm sorry, everybody.
He's like, I can't tell you more. You'll have to meet with Captain Jackie. I'm sorry. I'm not cleared to give you more information than that.
All right, fair play. We'll just wait for the rendezvous. Have you been in contact with Jackie?
I just know that they'll be back in 3 days to pick me up.
No, so you guys don't do like comms? Maybe?
Oh no, that could be intercepted by the Nelcath.
All right. We'll just keep our eyes peeled then.
Oh, you can't miss her.
Do you want us to, do you need anything? You just want to chill out alone?
I'll just eat more of these.
For 3 days.
All right.
I'm just going to eat ice cream sundaes for 3 days.
Delightful.
Hey, I could die at any time for my allegiance to the rebellion, so I might as well eat as much of this as I can while I'm still alive.
Yeah, replicate them a couple Lactaid in case they go overboard.
Can I recommend a nice, creamy peanut butter cookie?
I have no idea what that is, but please recommend anything that you think
Just ask for
like.
cookies.
So,
Then we spend the next hour and a half
yeah, just showing them
getting
treats that we
face
like.
stoned and eating garbage.
That's good.
You like
This is a cultural exchange.
replicate Totino's party pizza, and you put a bunch of potato chips in it, and then you
Oh my
fold it up.
god.
Please.
And oatmeal cookies with chocolate chip. It has to be not raisins. You have oatmeal cookies with chocolate chips.
I assume that you can't even replicate raisins because they're just so gross.
Good. See, because we're not evil. We don't replicate that stuff. Watermelons not allowed. Cucumbers not allowed.
Now.
What? Watermelon? Okay, whatever. You guys
What
need
is
to
happening?
shut the front
There's
door.
so many
bad.
cocktails you're just screwing over by no cucumber or watermelon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Fast forward.
So you guys, show Rem potato chips and cookies. You actually get a chirp chirp on all of your communicators, your comm badges. This is Captain Takab. I'd appreciate it if all of you reported to my ready room.
Whoops. Did we do that when we got on board?
No, we did. We must have.
I hope
But
so.
we do again.
I don't know that you guys actually did talk to Takab since you came back on board.
We sure didn't roleplay it that I remember.
No. Yeah.
Oopsie.
We did not.
We didn't roleplay learning what those things were either. So.
Well, I'm going to executively say you have not talked to Captain Takab.
I wouldn't be surprised if we did.
harsh.
You've only been back on board for like an hour, so
Okay.
it's not like it's been like a half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I jump up and go, oh shit.
You're so like wrapped up in this mystery. You're like, oh, we got to get all the information.
And eating snacks.
Yeah.
On our way, Captain.
I take some of the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies and put them in my space pockets or whatever. I don't know. I'm in my suit. They probably don't have pockets, huh?
You could just replicate more of those later.
No, I want them now.
There is no way that Starfleet uniforms do not have pockets.
And I'm just trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen them put hands in pockets, you know?
I mean,
well,
besides a jacket.
They're always on the ready, but that doesn't mean they don't have pockets.
Okay, mine
Right. I
has
think
pockets,
it's
so...
bad decorum to put your hands in your pockets when you're on duty, so...
Yeah. Okay. But it's definitely not bad decorum to put chocolate chip oatmeal cookies in your pockets. So no
Certainly
hands,
not.
but cookies totally okay.
You guys are on the hood for a reason.
Yeah.
So, not the hood.
Fuck exactly.
The Komodo.
It's the hood. Let's be real.
I called it the hood earlier, too.
I know. We didn't correct you.
So you guys go to Captain DeCub's office, and she's sitting bleep blooping on her whatever their big clunky laptops are called. And she looks up as you walk in, and she says, "Oh, what have you discovered?"
And I present her with the pad of the translation. It's like, we've managed to translate the language, and we've discovered some uses for the artifacts that we found. And we did also have a discussion with Rim, with our guest, and, fill her in on the details of what Rim just told us.
She looks at all of you, and she says, "Is there anything else the rest of you would like to add to this?"
Loxus want to fight.
We did tell her that.
Mm-hmm. But just to
Yes.
reiterate.
Yes, there's quite the stir you've made among the Broganians.
Loxa smiles and, puts her thumb inside of her shirt like it's an overall.
I got a VR machine.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I got these sweet goggles.
So these are artifacts of the Madralathian people.
Mhm.
Well, before we leave, we'll have to clear it with them in order for you to keep them. I would hate to deprive them of any important artifacts.
Sure.
Of course.
I narrow my eyes, but just kind of go,
Well, we're definitely on that, Captain, 100%.
Definitely going to do
They can
that
have
thing
the
that
shoes.
you said. Yes.
I didn't say anything about my lube.
Of course he did. Well, I have the utmost faith in all of you. But the reason why I've called you to my ready room is that I have received a request from Lord Governor Drexel to check in with the High Council. He said we didn't need to come in person, but he would like all of you to have, I guess, like a space FaceTime. A space time?
Continuum? Yes.
Absolutely, Captain. We can arrange that post-haste.
Well, I figure it would be important for me as your captain to be here as a part of it. So I'm just going to, and she kind of bloops on her laptop, and she says, yes, we're all here, Lord Governor Drexel, and she sort of turns the laptop around so you all fit into view. She says, yes, I have been assigning all of the duties to my capable subordinates here, as you may recognize them from your earlier meeting. Would you mind, please, informing Lord Governor Drexel of what you've found?
I say, "Hi, Velibor."
Oh, no, that
Oh.
that was Gremullar.
Fucking tits.
I just jab you with my elbow, and I'm like, no.
Also, that's not good form.
I'm high on ice cream.
And I say, oh, hello, Lord Governor Drexel. It is a pleasure to see you again. Can you give me just a second? And then I, do the mute or whatever, where you turn off the video and turn off the audio so you can have a chat with the captain. And I was like, oh, Captain, I don't know if we want to give all the information that we've received so far to Lord Governor Drexel. Can we give him a kind of light version until we have our meeting with Captain Jackie?
She, like, cocks one eyebrow. She's like, well, since we are invited here by the rebellion, but received graciously by the council, she just sort of looks tired all of a sudden. She's like,
I say we don't say anything until we meet with Captain.
Yeah, I think it might be in our interest, even as Starfleet officers, to get the full story before we, make any allegiances.
We don't want to blow anybody's cover.
Right. This would surely align us with the government if we were to give them this information.
I agree. There's more here we need to find out before we can take any side. He's going to be suspicious if we stay on hold much longer. I would say give as much information as you believe will satisfy him. And then she hits unmute.
I'm like, so sorry about that. Lord Governor Drexel, I was just about to give you all the information from what we have learned so far. And I, do a little beep boop. And I send him, Lox's win, a recording of Lox's battle. And I'm like, we had a cultural exchange on Brogana, and we are thinking about going to Athega next to do a bit of investigation there. We haven't encountered any of the pirates just yet, and so we're still looking into that.
Right. Yeah, no contact with the pirates from any of you. Is that correct?
Yeah, nothing.
Accurate.
I give him thumbs up. Yep.
All right. Well, I hope and trust that as soon as you have any sort of contact with these pirates that you'll let me know. They are seeding misinformation in the Outer Rim and stealing resources and killing people. So I would hope that you let us know as soon as you find more.
Definitely, we will.
All right, Lord Governor Drexel out, and he ends the stream. And Takav will turn back to you, and she says, well, what do you think the next move is? Loxus? I want to hear from you. What do you think?
Well, we want to make sure that Rim meets up with Captain Jackie. So I think we should hold tight at that meeting place.
Posa, how do you feel?
Well, we've already lied to the Lord Governor, so we might as well keep up appearances with Captain Jackie. That's really what we want to find out, is what the fuck Captain Jackie is about, so let's go for it.
Any objections, Penny?
None. I think that's what we should do. As I'm eating my cookies.
Yeah, she looks at you, she's like, where did that cookie come from? She doesn't ask, but she's got that look. Shakel?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear the whole story from Captain Jackie before we make any kind of judgment call on if legitimately they are a threat to the people of the Magalathi planets.
All right, well, I'll leave it in your hands. I suppose we should find a reason, a believable reason, that we are going to stay here for the next 3 days and not go anywhere else. Any ideas or suggestions?
Well, is there some way that we can stay here and you guys can go?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We could give you a shuttlecraft, and you could either stay in... She kind of sits back and thinks. We do not know what their observation, how closely they are observing us. If we leave you behind, will they think that's strange?
Is there any place nearby that we can kind of hide out for a little bit? Is there a moon we can crouch by?
We could do some scans to see if we could find any planets that may shield your readings. I would say that might be our best bet. I will put you in charge of that.
Can I look up if Lucas Aga is trending on the planet?
Yeah, on Brogana?
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
I would go back to Brogana anytime. And we could go back to Brogana for a few days and then, like, scuttle back here.
There's, like, erotic fan fiction, erotic fan art.
I get a little sidetracked with that, but I do throw out,
Download
like,
it all.
well, we do have an inn with the fighting arenas. It's kind of a reason we might stick around. That's just an option that I'm throwing out, but that's all.
Well, Susie, out of character, how far are we from Brogana at the moment?
It's the closest planet. You went to the Outer Rim, but it is the closest planet of the 5.
Okay.
You did tell Lord Governor Drexel that you would be going to oh my goodness. Athega, yes.
I did, yes.
Yes.
Which is what I was thinking, like, we could, fake a malfunction, a ship malfunction. We could make it look like the engines are out. And that's why we have to stay put for a couple of days. I mean, if they're watching us closely, it's going to give away Jackie anyways. So maybe we should try to hide and send the ship to Athega as a red herring, and then leave ourselves and Rim behind in a more clandestine way so that Jackie doesn't get given away by meeting up with us.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I do show Loxus how she's trending, though. I make sure she sees the fan fiction for later.
It's important for her to know.
I think
Yes.
I should go back to Brogana anyway.
So, I mean, you guys there's a lot of good options here that you've given. I'm going to leave it to you to which one you as a group want to pursue. Captain DeKalb will back you 100%.
I mean, I think personally, this is Luxus. I mean, we could make the case that we had to go back. I went back to Brogana to try to find some more leads on the pirates there. And since I was already a cultural phenomenon, that I might be more easily, that was easily able to do that. So that would be an excuse that I would go there, or say a small party would go there. Whereas the big ship would go on to wherever the hell.
Athega.
Yeah, that one.
Well, my only concern with that is that we'll have to come back here to meet Jackie, and if they're watching us closely, that will give Jackie away, So, I mean, if we're concerned about them watching us, then we have to be concerned about Jackie.
Remind me, we're supposed to meet Jackie on Brogana?
No. At the site where we found the Rosetta Stone.
Site where we found the stone.
Can I scan to see if there's any nebulas that will hide our readings and
Sure, totally.
and whatnot in the region? Bloop. Okay, I did get a plus on my roll.
Okay. So you go out probably just to the bridge and you find a science station. You shush, you like push the person out of the way. You're like, move! I gotta do science. You do some readings. In the progress of sort of scanning the outer area, you start to realize, you also pick up on a form of, I don't know how these things work, but like a form of radiation or a form of subsonic echo, I don't know, something that indicates that there's a very powerful black hole nearby.
Ooh.
In the broader vicinity. So, yes, you're able to find planets that shield you, but more than that, this sort of black hole presence is very distracting.
Shit.
Is there any way for me to tell if we are being monitored by the Nelketh or the central government?
You are definitely out of scanning range. I would say there are like satellites in the area. That definitely register as, Magelathian High or Central Council, that, are sort of keeping tabs on the comings and goings in the area. So, yes.
Well, let me think of this. Maybe, maybe Jackie doesn't need us to look out for her. Maybe she has some way of shielding her own self. So let me maybe ask Rim that. Can I bleep bloop Rim and see if if they want to give me any information about that. I'm going to go to not on the bridge in front of this science guy I just pushed aside. I'll go back into the conference room with the ladies and tell them what I found, and then maybe do a quick bleep bloop to Rim to see if I can figure out if this is even really a concern.
Ah, yes. The Madrilathi definitely have a sort of net in the area that they sweep with their satellites. They are always aware of the comings and goings in the Outer Rim. But Captain Jackie is always one step ahead of them.
So if we were to wait here in a shuttle or even go somewhere and come back at rendezvous time, we don't need to worry about exposing Jackie's location?
I mean, other than, I don't know, the government might be confused. Nelcathian and the Central Council might be confused about what your movements look like.
Okay. That works for me. Thank you for the information, and have a good day. Bloop bloop. So it seems like we don't really have to worry about Jackie, but we do need to worry about looking suspicious. So if we bolt and come back, that could look suspicious.
Nailed it.
Got it in one.
Question.
Should we, I don't know, in that case, maybe faking a malfunction would be the best cover?
What do you girls think?
I'm going to rely on Shaq's knowledge on this and say yes.
Penny, Lux?
Yeah, I agree. I think that I keep wanting to say transporter error because I just watched the fucking Tuvix episode.
Oh, God.
I got it. Why don't you call me Nivok?
That was rough.
That episode's so embarrassing, but so sad.
I know, it is, but yeah, I'm on
If
team.
only Tuvix wasn't so irritating, it might be a great episode.
He was, the thing is though, is like, he was kind of better than like Neelix.
Yes, than Neelix,
yeah.
but worse than Tuvok.
Yeah, he was like the medium, whatever, but I don't know, whatever. I think Janeway did the right thing, obviously, but yeah. Obviously. I would follow Janeway into hell, thank you very much. She's fantastic.
Seriously.
She's so good. Like, I know Space Mom is technically Carrie Fisher, but Janeway's like right there. So anyway, I agree that if we fake some sort of like shit's going on with the ship, that we can go down and then the ship can, it's a good cover for us. I agree with Shaq's assessment.
Wait, we get to go down to Brogana?
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
Oh, I was just saying, I was going to stay here.
Oh, okay.
Loxus is just shaking her head with the same face on.
Okay, so Lux obviously wants to go to Brogana, so I guess a cover story for why we go back to Brogana would be just we want to.
Is Tikov nearby? Are you still in Tikov's right room?
Yeah.
Okay, she says, or the ship could have a convenient malfunction and the four of you could take a shuttlecraft to Brogana.
Mm-hmm. Now Loxus is smiling again and just nodding her head yes, and like pointing at her nose and pointing at the captain.
Well, because where is it the captain? Well, okay, first of all, we have 3 days to kill, and
that's a lot of time.
That's
to
a
be
lot of
sitting
days
out here doing nothing.
Yeah, we could have a lot more fun on Brogana than we can on the ship.
I mean, we don't literally have to role play all 3 days.
No, that's true.
We can shortcut it with
a montage.
Motherfucking montage. go.
Yeah.
Is that in the stone text?
Yep.
Yes, that's how it starts.
Can I have another cider, honey?
Yeah, she needs another one, obviously.
Say that in Breen.
Green has an actual symbol word for that, and that's how it's translated. Is just a very loud belch. Yes.
Please don't leave that in.
Well, now it's going in the end credit.
Yeah, that's
There
definitely
you go. There you go.
I
there
was
you
gonna
go.
just take it out, but now you've begged me to put it on the end credit.
Now
so
you're
I
doing
will.
the thing that Griffin does, and whenever Justin or Travis ask him to take something out, he never does.
Nope.
He leaves it in.
Nope.
And why would that be, do you think? Because it's good content.
Because it means it's probably good. Yeah.
You have been listening to Mammary Alpha. Your hosts would like to thank Smelly Tooth, who composed our theme song and some of the other music that you hear, as well as roll music. You can find us online at mammaryalpha.com and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Mammary Alpha. You can tweet at us using the hashtag #ThisPodcastIsTheTits, thanks to Dee Dee, and support us by buying a t-shirt or becoming a patron. And don't forget to leave a rating or review on iTunes.